Und wir könnten jetzt sowieso noch weitergehen, wie es aussieht. Die Ausgrabungsstätte. Aber wir haben doch Feierabend. Wieso müssen wir jetzt noch weiter arbeiten? Ammoniak, Wasserstoff, Jod, gehört alles so ziemlich zur Grundausrüstung. Maschinen wie die sind eine recht neue Erscheinung in Sprawl. Lil fallen die Wörter Commander Keen unter den ganzen rätselhaften Fachbegriffen auf. Ja, und was sollen wir jetzt eigentlich hier? Das Loch ist so tief, man kann den Boden nicht sehen. Sie müssen einen echt guten Leiterkletterer haben.
Oh my, were you left behind? The last group of school children departed hours ago. Feel free to wait in the lost and found box until someone comes to collect you.
No, you called me. I'm Lil. We spoke on the phone. I was covering for my dad at the South Gate.
Ah, of course, Lil, yes. Yes. But no, this is highly irregular. But then again, you'll have to do, for the sake of time. Ha! Sake of time. Do you get it?
No.
Trust me, you will.
Und wer bist du?
Who are you again?
Dr. Marquess Beatrix von Matterhorn, head of archaeological research at the Royal Academy. But you can call me B.
Gotcha. And what's so great about this place?
Would you like the long or short version?
Ach, ihr habt Zeit.
Hit me with some of that sweet exposition, baby.
This place is known as the dig site.
How creative.
We stand at the site upon which power crystals were first discovered.
The power crystals that I use for the tools in the guard shed?
Those and every other technological marvel of our lifetimes.
Okay, erzähl mir mehr.
The power crystal was discovered completely by accident. 80 years ago, on this site, an iconic dwarven heavy metal band performed to celebrate the coronation of Princess Desdemona's grandfather, King Artemis. At the moment of a particularly rumpus drum solo, the vibrations opened up a chasm, swallowing the entire stage and the musicians, and a few dozen enthusiastic fans. Legend says the band emerged from the chasm adorned in the glowing magical rocks, or what we know as power crystals today.
That must have looked awesome!
Very awesome, but there's more. Whether by fate or the actions of an inebriated mage, the bass player was struck by a lightning bolt, and the crystals in her cape and beard absorbed the electric discharge. Everything that previously relied on magic within a 5-mile radius lit up and was charged for weeks.
Hardcore!
Very hardcore. A massive industry sprung up and developed the multitudes of ways we use power crystals, which ushered in an unprecedented era of prosperity for the sprawl, making our city-state the world power it is today.
Gotcha. But what does this have to do with me?
I am the preeminent expert in the advanced properties of power crystals, and my research suggests we have barely scratched the surface of what these puppies can do.
Okay, but again, what does this have to do with me?
Lil, I have found how to harness the crystal's power to alter the very fabric of time. May I present the Chronometer 3000? And what I need to know from you is, do you know anyone who would be willing to go on what some might call an adventure?
Tja, natürlich wir. Und abgesehen davon hört sich alles besser an mit einer 3000 am Ende. Ja, ich.
Oh, me! I want to go on an adventure!
Wonderful. But before you go off and start pushing buttons willy-nilly, let me explain how I came across this incredible new discovery. Or more, exposition, as you might say. You see, by transmuting the crystal's more raw and ethereal properties and tethering it to a gnomish astrolabe, they can produce temporal anomalies.
Aha.
We began experimenting by fashioning teeny tiny harnesses and attaching the crystals to mice and directing radio signals towards them.
Ich glaube, ich drück lieber auf den Knopf.
just happened?
Okay, wir nehmen mal den Hörer ab.
Good afternoon. This is Dr. Marquess Beatrix von Matterhorn calling. Who may I ask am I speaking to?
Ha, déjà vu.
Check this out. You were about to tell me you need a gate guard to come down to the dig site, right?
My word, you gate guards are intuitive. I hope they're paying you a more than fair wage.
They probably aren't, the way my dad complains about it. She hung up. Again.
Why, hello there. I've come to the Sprawl to participate in capitalism. After years on the road as a...
Let me stop you there. Your name is Grabby Blanchers, right? You're a traveling merchant or something?
Ah, I see my reputation precedes me. Kind of. The name is Garby Bunches.
This is so weird. I swear I already dealt with this guy. I can either do the same thing as I did last time, or maybe this is a chance to try something different.
Ja, wir packen mal das Wahrheitsspray aus.
I'm sorry. Are you talking to me?
That's what I'm trying to decide, Garbs.
Regardless, here's my vendor license issued by the Sprawl Board of Trade for confirmation. That's odd. I seem to have misplaced my vendor license.
The board is not going to be happy about this, Garby. I need to get this guy processed and get my butt back to the dig site. I swear I've done this already. I remember pulling the lever.
Can you smell that?
I think then you said something about opportunity.
You got it. See you around.
I need to get back to the dig site to figure out what just happened.
Tja, wir sind halt in der Zeit zurückgereist. Ob wir ihn vielleicht eher gesagt draußen lassen sollten? Anstelle ihn reinzulassen? Mal sehen. Hier sind wir auf jeden Fall jetzt wieder da. Miss Bia.
Oh, Lil from the phone call earlier, of course. Yes. But no, this is highly irregular. But then again, you'll have to do for the sake of time. Sake of time. Do you get it?
I already told you no. Oh, wait, I actually do.
My name is Dr. Marquess Beatrix von Matterhorn, head of
Archaeological research at the Royalty School for Smart People. You said I can call you Trixie. We've been through this before.
I'd prefer if you called me B.
And this is the site where power crystals were first discovered and you used them to make a time machine. Then you baited me with promises of adventure and pretty much forced me to push the big shiny button on your silly little time machine, and now I'm pretty sure I'm just traveled back through time and I'm kind of freaking out here. Any questions?
Zauberpilze, Zeitreisen? Zeitreisen.
Wait, why am I asking you questions? For any of this to be possible, it would require the use of my newly crafted device. May I present the Chronometer 3000? Wait, where did it go?
Do you mean this?
My invention! How did you get that?
You gave it to me. Well, not really, but you were gonna give it to me, I think. You were in the middle of explaining.
And you were seduced by the glowing red button.
Can you blame me?
Yes! But it is a good button. I'm just proud of myself that your particles weren't immediately dispersed to the furthest reaches of space and time. That risk becomes much lower once I configure it to your individual life source, which I will do now. At any rate, I I think the castle gate is a perfect place to test my prototype, and I need a willing gate guard to use the device. And allow me to track their progress to make sure only the right people are permitted entry to the sprawl. Do you have any questions?
Naja, ich würde mal sagen, ich verstehe. Dann mal los.
I think I get the idea, Dr. B. I'm ready to go out in the world and use this device properly, and definitely not to win the lottery or to repeatedly watch people trip and fall over and over again.
You'd want that?
Ja, Lotto.
With all that money, I could pay people to trip and fall over and over again.
Regardless, you'll find you can't use it whenever or wherever you want. It is now calibrated, so it will only allow you to fold space and time when you are inside the guard shed.
Aber ich war doch eben auch nicht da drin.
Ah, rats.
Aber ist jetzt so eingestellt. Schade.
Furthermore, by default, the device will automatically allow you to travel back to the start of your guard shift, including your loadout. However, I've hacked it a bit so that you can jump back to a specific point in the turn. Hack is the key word, though. I have to leave now. There is more science to be done. I will summon you soon, and we will see what else you might be ready for. Thank you, Lil. The world thanks you.
No pressure.
You can do this. Just try not to break space and time. I'm not kidding.
Maybe I should have mentioned I was only working the gate for one day. Oh well. It's getting pretty late. I should head home.
Tja, war das denn jetzt ein Kapitel 1 gewesen oder kommt da noch was? Ach, und die Taverne ist unser Zuhause. Ist ja toll. Ist denn das Spiel schon vorbei? Ah, die Taverne zur Twisted Sisters. Warte mal, ist unser Dad noch hier? Ja, ist er.
Hey, hey, there she is, my hard-working, angel-faced sweetest of the sweetest daughter of mine.
You didn't win your gambling, did you?
No, but it wasn't my fault. The other team was just too good. But I didn't lose all my money. We still have left what I didn't bet, so...
That'll be 15 gold for the ale.
And now we don't have any left. Hey, Lil, did you take any bribes or pickpocket anyone today?
Naja, wir haben jetzt eine Händlerlizenz.
Sorry, nothing today.
Oh, rats.
Rats? Again? I mean, we don't have rats, I swear.
No, not like that. Oh, well. I'll go call my guy anyways. See if he'll front me the money to bet with.
Wait, you'll never believe what happened. Right at the end of my shift, I got this phone call, okay? Asking me to come down to the dig site.
Did you remember to lock up the shed?
What? Yes.
And turn off the light?
Yes, I did. Whatever, just listen.
You gotta make sure to turn off the light, Lil. They'll charge us for the overnight usage.
I remember to turn off the light. I think. Anyways, Dad, I met this professor at the dig site, and she had this time machine, and when I touched the time machine, I went back in time. Then she gave me the time machine to use when I worked the guard shed for you, but it only works at the guard shed, so that was kind of a bummer. But it's super cool, and it only works for me.
That's great, sweetie. I'm glad you liked covering for me today. But you don't have to make up stories just so you can work another shift.
Wait, no, that's not what's happening.
Anytime you want to be just like Daddy and work down at the guard shed, all you need to do is ask.
Dad, you're not fully comprehending what I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, Arda, did you hear? Lil's making up cute stories so she can be more like her old man.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I have the power to manipulate time, and I demand to be taken seriously.
Okay, I understand. I can see that you're serious. Seriously adorable. But honestly, Lil, you can cover for me anytime you like. You're probably doing a better job than me anyways.
This isn't how I expected it to go.
Speaking of that, I better call my guy and make a bet on the next game. It's getting late. You better get upstairs to bed, Missy. Good night, Lil.
Tja, gute Nacht, Papa.
Good night, Dad. Maybe someday you'll believe me. Good luck with your gambling.
I don't need luck.
Oh doch, brauchst du. Tja, dann gehe ich wohl gleich mal. Du erinnerst dich vielleicht noch daran, dass es funktioniert hat, als du klein warst. Ziemlich tolle Sammlung an Liedern. Dein Vater sagt immer, wenn du jemals genug Geld zusammengespart hast, kannst du vorbeikommen und es reparieren lassen. Tja, kommt drauf an, wie viel Geld man bräuchte. Der Legende nach wurde dieses Neonschild von einer Firma angefertigt, die Neonschilder nach Kundenwunsch herstellt.
Whew, I'm pooped. That's enough adventure for one day. I'm ready to hit the sack.
Tja, da mal los. Aber sowas wie eine Kapitelanzeige oder so hatten wir doch jetzt überhaupt nicht, oder? Okay. Okay, auf ihrem Weg zur Kneipe ist Mrs. Abernathy zufällig in 2 weitere Tutorials geraten, sodass sie zu spät zum Wetten auf das Kobaltballspiel gekommen ist. Doch das Erbe ihres Enkels ist sicher fürs Erste. Ah, jetzt wird erstmal erklärt, was denn geschehen ist, nachdem wir sie durchgelassen haben oder nicht. Tyronius Athanatos hat seine Rede beim Festival der magischen Freiheit gehalten und den Großteil des Publikums inspiriert. Die Kluft zwischen magischen und nicht magischen Lebewesen ist in jeder Nacht erheblich gewachsen. Er steht bei der Ratsfrau Esche, die es ihm erleichtert hat, Sprawl Probleme zu betreten, in der Schuld. Da sie unerwartet länger auf die Kinder aufpassen musste, kam Kelly zu spät zu ihrer Schicht in Montys Restaurant. Sie wurde mit einer ernsten, mündlichen Abmahnung von Monty persönlich bedacht. Ja und? Was interessiert uns das? Wie sich herausstellte, bestanden Mr. Minis beträchtliche Einzahlungen aus illegalem Blutgold. Oh, dieser Geschäftszweig ermöglichte ihm den Anbau des illegalen Blutgolds weiter zu steigern. In der Welt des Blutgolds sorgte dies auf jeden Fall für Aufsehen. Woher soll ihr das wissen? Gabi Bunch fand ein leerstehendes Stück Land in der Gasse hinter der Taverne der verdrehten Schwestern und öffnete dort sein Emporium der Wunder. Und das hat er hingekriegt ohne eine Handelslizenz? Naja. Oh, Level 2 beginnt. Aber ein bisschen Blutgold wird doch jetzt...
You're listening to the Morning Crawl, the #1 morning show in the sprawl.
Wird doch jetzt hoffentlich nicht den
I'm your host Dodger, joined as always by my co-host, the Ham, who I will remind you is a live pig. Let's jump right in and get your morning started and muse over the news. Today in the headlines, it was just announced that the heir to the throne, Princess Desdemona, has come of age and will be taking a suitor. No, I don't think Desdemona wants a pig as a husband, the Ham. But then again, neither did my ex-wife. Hey-oh!
So, einfach Radio ausschalten.
I liked it better when it was Dodger and the Cluck, but I guess it was too hard to keep training that chicken.
Puh, ich will jetzt wirklich hoffen, dass das jetzt nicht so viele Auswirkungen hat. Eine eher furchterregende Band für ältere Kinder und Kinder im Herzen. Das ist das offizielle Wappen von Sprawl und der Königsfamilie.
A note?
Liebe Lil, bitte komm doch runter zum Wachhäuschen, so schnell du kannst. Hab dich ganz doll lieb, Papa.
Maybe he wants me to work a shift for him again. Or maybe he forgot to put on underwear and needs me to bring him up here. Well, there's a 50-50 chance I'll get to use the Chronometer 3000 today. Here's hoping.
Naja, ich würde, sag nicht so leichtfertig mit der Zeit herumspielen.
And finally, the aforementioned grading pending review will be transferable to a more viable calculation. Which is, needless to say, a more economical contrivance for evaluation. Any questions?
Many questions.
Hey, Dad, I got your note. What's going on?
I have no idea.
Due to the Bank of the Sprawl being burned to the ground as a result of your actions, any guardsman who does not receive an above 2-star rating at the end of any given shift will lose their job.
Hey, was kann ich denn dafür? Ein bisschen Gold kann doch die Bank nicht niederbrennen.
But I need my job for gambling.
I'll pretend I didn't just hear that.
You and I both know my dad has a tendency to half-ass his way through life. Tell me why he needs to whole-ass it all of a sudden and strive for anything above 2 stars.
Why, I'm glad you asked. I've been authorized to award above-average job performance with cash bonuses.
You mean if we get more 4-star results, we'll make more money?
You're as quick as your father. Before I go, here are the allotted crystals to power your tools. And with that, I'm off to tell all the other gate guards about these new rules. Well, all of them except Randy. He's been terminated.
Not Randy! That guy's a riot!
Which is exactly what his poor judgment led to. Wish me luck.
Aw, jeez. Randy was just 3 payments away from paying off his new catapult.
Sounds like you need to start doing your job better.
More like you need to start doing my job better. Just like you wanted to.
No, that's not exactly what I meant. You don't just get to leave me here. Will you go bet on Goblin Ball games?
No Goblin Ball match today. I received a cryptic letter this morning saying they need me on palace duty, and they specifically referenced that you need to cover for me again. Looks like you're not the only one who wants you to work the gate today.
Again, not what I meant.
It's not all bad news. I scored these off-brand discount crystals from my bookie Fredo as a gift for being his best client. But he mentioned that they might only work some of the time. But I like those odds.
Oh, Dad, you really need to talk to somebody about your gambling.
I love you too, Lil. And with that, I'm off. Remember, 2 stars or better or we're out on our asses.
No pressure.
That's my girl.